Welcome to the sports on Prime. I'm Gary Al Smith. We begin immediately with hockey and then we do some analysis on the Morocco bid to host the World Cup. First of all, the hockey championship that's been taking place since Saturday, the Africa Cup for Club Championship, has seen the Police Ladies continue their fine form with a win over the Yobo Desert Warriors of Nigeria. Here's a report by Abigail Senasosu.
So after a well-rested day yesterday, day 4 of the ongoing Hockey Cup for Clubs Championship resumed at the Todosiokun hockey pitch today to see matches that began the day with our own Police Club ladies squared off with their colleagues from Nigeria and beating them 4-0. Fortunately for them, they have gone through this tournament and have been beaten just once by their own colleagues from Ghana, that's GRA ladies. And with me is the captain of the police side who tell us how the journey has been from them so far. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Okay. How has the competition been for you, began from Saturday right up until today?
It wasn't easy, but we are still on our focus. We are still on track. We have not finished yet. We have our last match tomorrow, which we know it is a crucial game. That's a game of our life for us to be able to qualify to the final. And trust me, I believe tomorrow we'll shake here and we'll go to the final.
What went wrong against your own colleagues from Ghana? Is it because you are from the same country, they knew how you play?
Yeah, we all know ourselves. They knew what we can do. We also knew what they can do. So it was rather unfortunate that we lost that match to them. But we are not down yet. We are still in course.
Currently, you saw them play against Telkom. Is it something that the other clubs have differently that maybe tomorrow you can do something extra so that you can play in the final?
Yes, we can. We can. GR was supposed to win this game, but we don't know what happened to them. But we will not concentrate on that. It's gone. So ours is up tomorrow, and that is what we have to focus on. So we are waiting for tomorrow and see what God will do in our life.
Kindly, your teammates have not recorded any injuries or anything?
For now, no. We have not recorded any injury. It's only today that one of our scoring player, who is Nafisa, got hurt, but now she's okay. So we hope we'll have her tomorrow in the team and we'll be there.
From hockey to football. Yesterday by this time we were reporting about Morocco and their bid to host the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They are coming against a big one from North America, featuring Mexico, featuring the United States and Canada. It's a joint bid. On a normal day, that kind of competition may only seem to go one way. But the genuine feeling in Morocco is that they can be the second African country to host the World Cup. Let's go now to Casablanca and speak to Jalal Bonua, a colleague who works for almasadpro.com, to give us an idea of the way things are in that country. Thank you very much for joining us, Jalal.
Thank you so much. Good evening.
Good evening. Yesterday, you were there when the bid was officially launched. One of the things that a lot of people did not like was the fact that Morocco took so long to do what they did yesterday. What do you say?
Yeah, thank you so much for the invitation first. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, we have just launched our campaign yesterday. And I think we still have time. We still have time to do enough marketing to our bid, to our project. And I think Moroccan authorities are aware of this instance, and they are willing to do a huge campaign and to do enough marketing for the Moroccan project. This is not the first time that Morocco is bidding to host the competition of the FIFA World Cup. This is the 5th time, so we have enough experience. It was first time in 1994, and then it was in 1998 that was organized in France, and in 2006 and in 2010. In majority of these biddings, Morocco came in the 2nd position, so we have experience. Yesterday, Moroccan authorities have announced that the Moroccan government has signed a cooperation agreement with a world-class agency that works in the domain of communication in order to take charge of our marketing and also doing the publicity for our project. And I think we still have time, and we are lucky that this time not just the members of the executive committee of the FIFA will be voting, but all the member federation of football, about 211. If we remove the 4 nations that are competing for the competition, then we have 207, and we will be working hard to convince our African neighbors to vote for Morocco, and also some Arab and Islamic countries to vote for Morocco, and in addition to some friends of Morocco in Asia, in Europe, and in all over the world.
Jalal, one of the things that the Morocco bid is saying is that Morocco, unlike North America, will not have problems with time, because, you know, Morocco is the same time as Ghana and the UK, so the time will be favorable for television viewing around the world. But one of the problems is that Morocco now has to build about 8 different stadia, brand new. True or false?
Yeah, sure. When it comes to infrastructure, yeah, we agree that there is a big difference. But stadiums, the stadiums as a criterion counts only 30%. 30% of the criteria of voting. Morocco now has 5 big stadiums that they can host the competition, and the government has decided to provide a budget to build other stadiums, mainly biggest one in Casablanca and another one in Tétouan, and also in Oujda and another city, in addition to one in Rabat and Kenitra. So the government is promising to do that, and I think we can do that still. 2026, we can build more stadiums. But as I told you, stadiums count only for 30%.
Okay.
The other 70% is related to other things, like, for example, airports, like, for example, hotels, like, for example, the popularity of the game. And I think Moroccan people are crazy about football. If you compare football in Morocco with football in America or Canada, for example, Moroccan people are crazy about football. And you can imagine if Morocco hosts this competition, so there will be a real festivity and celebration of the game. And don't forget that it's not only a campaign of a country or a dream of only of Morocco. This is a dream of a whole Africa. You know, it's the right of the African continent to host the competition again after South Africa in 2010. So if we
Jalal, you make a very good point, but let me come in here, because a lot of my viewers will know that for a very long time, you would admit that Morocco did not exactly see itself as African. It's only recently that the country has tried, you know, to come closer to the African continent.
Morocco, historically speaking, Morocco belongs to Africa, and we have historical relations with African countries, not just in the last 50 years. So, but returning to the African Union was very important, and Morocco is working hard with all African countries to support this bid. You know that President of CAF, of the African Confederation of Football, Ahmed, said officially that all African member states in the CAF will be voting for Morocco. If we can talk about 98% of African nations will be voting for Morocco, and this is very important. In addition to other 57 nations that are Islamic nations and Arab Islamic nations will be voting for Morocco. So we need 104 votes.
Right.
104.
Jalal, Jalal, we don't have a lot of time, but very briefly, if I ask you how confident you are, over 100%, about Morocco upsetting Mexico, Canada, and the United States, what percentage would you give?
I would say 65%. Why? Because we are competing with America, and America has real political problems, mainly in the policy of the new president. So there are so many countries in the world will not be voting for America. And I think we can go for this dream. We are ready. We need just to develop our infrastructure, and Morocco has been doing well to organize this competition.
Right. Thank you very much, Jalal. We appreciate your time. And as they say in your part of the world.
Thank you for your invitation. Thank you for your invitation.
Right. Mabruk, and hopefully all goes well for you and for your country's federation.
Thank you, and we rely on your support on African nations.
Okay. Jalal works for Al Massad Pro. Very, very confident about Morocco. Let's do the Carabao Cup updates very quickly before we go. Arsenal versus Chelsea is currently 1-1 in that game. We'll show you the highlights at 10:30 when I come back for the football show.